Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast for the week of October 14th, 2019. Every week we chat about the things parents are talking about, complaining about, and obsessing about right now. I'm Terry Morrow, and I'm here with Catherine Holeko.
Hello.
And Nicole Eridix.
Hi.
This week we're complaining about high school math and obsessing about connecting with kids, plus taking a couple of breaks for an entertainment discussion and a recommendation roundup. But today we're talking about the perks of being a mom. Nicole is right now enjoying one of those perks of being a mom, which is visiting your daughter in college and being somewhere where you don't want to make too much noise. How is it there at college, Nicole?
I'm on location today. I'm enjoying myself, and that is, I get to drop in, I get to see how my daughter's doing and, clean her room and
wait a minute
for dinner, and then
that took a
turn.
Then
I get to leave.
That took a turn there. You get to clean her room. It's what every mother dreams of doing.
Well, it's actually kind of fun when you don't have to do it every week.
Well, that's true. Does she understand this means you will be looking in all her things?
Well, I didn't do a deep clean. I did overlook a few things.
Every time I try to clean up my son's room, he's like, "Don't touch my items." So
my items.
No, she was good with it. I had permission.
Excellent.
So, and I knew my limits. But see, so this is really kind of a segue into the article that I was reading in the Huffington Post, and it was the title of it, which kind of caught my eye initially, was "I never appreciated these parenting perks until I became a mom," and I was like, "Really? Parenting perks?
What are these perks of which you speak?"
Yeah, exactly. We're so used to, obsessing and complaining.
Right.
About parenting.
We have to add a perk category
issues
to our talks.
We should add a perk category because actually when you think about it, there are some pretty cool perks to being a parent. So in this article specifically highlighted a couple of them. For example, being able to leave any situation when you want to because, little Johnny is tired or little Johnny needs a nap or... And nobody will question you. You can just get up and go. So you can use that to your advantage.
It's like I was talking about last week, not having to volunteer at school because you have, special situations at home.
Exactly. And, all of a sudden, French fries become a substitute or become a suitable vegetable for your toddler who refuses to eat anything green.
Yes.
There's exposure to foods you might not normally eat when you are childless, because now you can have pancakes and popcorn and so it was kind of a neat little twist on it, and of course the highlight of being a mom, especially one of the perks of being a mom, is being able to wear those yoga pants. And not have to explain why.
Yes. Not having to get all done up and, made up and just people will understand theoretically.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, there is a lot of mom shaming out there these days, but
yes.
I thought this is kind of a cool little twist on parenting. Like there are some perks. And like I said, I'm experiencing one right now, just being able to visit my daughter and enjoy her life and see what she's up to. And then, parent and then leave.
It's the perks of being a college parent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I just thought I'd throw it out to you both today. What are some perks of parenting that you've found over the years?
I think one that I definitely enjoyed when my kids were younger was that if we would go to family parties or other gatherings, instead of sitting around making awkward small talk with relatives of my husband's who I see twice a year, I could be down on the floor playing with my kid. Or, my son's getting a little antsy. We're going to go for a walk and then go away for 20 minutes and just not have the social pressure of dealing with adults. Everybody's going to understand. They're going to be glad that you're taking the antsy kid away.
Yeah.
And It was so great. I really enjoyed that. And also, if you go to eat at a restaurant, there's always that time after everybody's finished, but before the bill is all paid, where you're just basically sitting around waiting to leave. I would always jump up and take my son out because he can't wait. And we would go take walks around the parking lot and look at all the license plates. It was so great.
And then suddenly you don't have to pay the bill because you're not there.
Exactly. You got this, honey? I'm going to go take him out. I think there were times my husband and I kind of competed for who would be the quickest to be the one to jump up and take the kid out.
I found that nursing was good for that type of thing, too. Like, oh, baby's got to eat. I got to go.
Right.
We're leaving. And there's no sort of long-winded excuse either. It's just basically, we gotta go. The baby, baby needs to eat. Baby needs a nap.
Yes.
So-and-so's, getting a little anxious, antsy, needs to run around or whatever, right?
Yeah.
There's no big elaborate ruse as to why you have to leave.
Right.
Yeah. I got into a point where if I was eating alone with the kids, I would tell the server, please bring us to-go packages and the bill as soon as you serve the food. Because the minute my kids are done eating, I'm putting the rest of my food in a to-go and we're getting out of here. Now, you would feel funny doing that just as an adult, even though you might wish you could. But if you've got a table full of little kids, they're like, thank you very much.
Like on the West Wing where CJ was like, just bring us.
Yes. See, if she'd had a toddler with her.
With telling me all the specials and just write it down. Yeah, if she had a toddler, there would have been no blowback from that surly waitress.
Right. As an adult, you're expected to just sit and enjoy the waiting. But if you have little kids, people understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. And, they serve as a great excuse, too, later on in life. Because, for example, I had some requests to do various things, and my response was, I'm sorry, I'm going to go and visit my daughter at college.
Right.
Or, I'm spending time with my son, or, I have to run some errands with my kids. So even
it's like every, politician or whatever. Family time. Like they're resigning for family reasons.
Yeah.
Can't use that if you don't have a family.
Exactly.
No, indeed.
Even though everyone knows it's fake.
Yeah.
They also in the article was things like being the one to make things magical for your kids, like playing Santa or the Easter Bunny or that kind of thing. But also, I think another perk is getting to experience again or for the first time fun kid stuff like books and movies and games, and you get to either re-experience the ones from your own childhood and share those with your kids, or there's lots of new things like Harry Potter. I know that's not your favorite, but obviously that wasn't around when I was a kid, but then I did share it with my own kids and we had a lot of fun with it. So things like that.
That's definitely true.
You don't
I would like to say share the things that you loved as a kid. My kids have never been interested in that. So it's more like discovering cool things of today that you would never have an excuse to.
Well, I think, and that's one of the things that's making this trip to see my daughter so enjoyable, is that there's a lot of history with this particular university in my family. So, and she enjoys listening to it, but I enjoy, just that we went for a walk yesterday and we had dinner, and they're all places that are meaningful and have stories attached to them, and she's interested and she wants to hear about it, and then we've also tried new places together too. So it's kind of being able to share parts of getting to revisit these things that were meaningful to us and share that.
Right. So. There's so much of parenting that involves running around and picking kids up and dropping kids off and taking kids to appointments and all this stuff. But there's also, I think, a real perk in just being able to cuddle with your kids in front of the TV and call it family time and take a nap or just relax.
Mm-hmm.
I remember so much when my kids were really little, we would all pile on my bed and we would watch Arthur and Dragon Tales and all the show, which I kind of enjoyed watching, even though I would never have watched them independently as an adult. But when you're watching them with your kids, they're really kind of fun and they're good. And you can say, even though, yes, you are letting kids watch TV and that's bad, apparently. Mm-hmm. If you're doing it together, it was like the only time I would get physical affection with my kids as if they were like sitting on my lap watching TV, or they were sitting in front of me, and I would kind of sneak my arms around them, and it was really nice.
Yeah.
I miss those times. I miss those times both in terms of having that nice settle down time with the kids, and also just being able to lay in one place and watch TV.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I can do that so much anymore.
Well, and like, being able to go to bed early because,
right.
you're not going out so much, or sorry, can't go to that because I don't have a babysitter, and then you get to stay home and go to bed.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly. And not having the babysitter is awesome.
Yeah.
Because now it's like that excuse is not really applicable anymore.
No, unfortunately not.
And, I don't know, now that my kids are grown, stuff like Christmas is so boring because we really don't do anything for it.
Yeah.
Whereas when they were little, you feel a responsibility.
Yeah.
And while you may resent that responsibility, it does make for a really cool Christmas day and a really cool Christmas season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's like, my kids don't care, we don't care, so it's sort of like, let's open some presents and then just go do everything you do on an ordinary day
Right.
in your room.
Yeah.
I miss that perk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the thing about some of these perks. They don't last, huh?
No.
Don't.
But I think overall, it's nice sometimes to look at the upside of parenting and what
Certainly is.
Right, and you get new perks as they get older.
They
Yeah.
do. Yes, it changes, right?
Right.
And then,
That's right.
yeah. So, well, that's it for today's round 1 then. Tune in tomorrow for our entertainment-themed round 2, and later in the week to find out what we're complaining about, obsessing about, and recommending right now. We're always interested in what you have to say, so drop us a comment on our website, our Facebook page, or Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat.